for any for in some boba not right now no I Mahama Ayariga majority leader and minority leader issue parliament in some keka so just any asem keto akra right now no Afenyo Markins atuno no mutuo Afenyo Markins in some of kafa koko board no ama naka asem ha any kwan se oka ogina parliament so na kasa no ochire achire mu biem se ono de fine oti asese ECG emra na ono oye board chairman ho no eka de omoburu bi papa no ono omblemi eye obia se Dubik Mahama and oblemi no na Bawumia a boy na odene ba ho under eye Bawumia choice and as Bawumia protocol boy na odene ba ho ono and oblemi no for say onim nothing about ECG and o refuse to say na obe pitwetwa eye bills bi eno and okofa e kan ba na car ono de oboro ide he understands say ECG ho no ye board chairman na no ote ho no obo kapa ebusuafo like edwumade no share subscribe to the channel no say na be a political trending news there call and the ebe bia Ghana politics ya jepene say be brebo ya bedwafo ene ya tiefo ebusuafo mesrem say mo be me akoni akotie nsem a ekoso e wo honom me do obi bia ase na makram
me pede NDC youth kwor wo win ba otum osinebo no kada 1 year of NDC ono so na America otutui ono so na atwere bi okokwen ana na ahorobehye bi ohye ana ne keep fit kakra okwen no wa afa ne wedwum mbiri bi abasin kwa NDC youth no wo sam ndwom
omutwa ndwom ba
o me kepa wo
ya do gura asafo
wo ko keep fit what's there ya pejuma ya mpeska mete mazema sote 95.5 since ya wa ben na be fi adanse eziko ayindama ezeba a te chenche so eziko penche eziko yipe ife yipe ekokwa ame nkruma rest house e wo fete osekem eziko du sankur me pede youth a wo ha na wo di NDC ekiri nyina was wo pedwuma wo mpeska no me pe wo mu krope na wa challenge me nwumbiri de honorable wa fam wo Ghana water sesi ano yem papa my kama former MP ono ye chairman of Shippers Authority why an board chairman mbojo why an board chairman e bisa ye hu the way and board chairman afini winning before him in a way to one ma for one war Shippers Authority the whole of ports tema takrade oshawanase one away regulatory body 95 and Shippers Authority one ankasa so winning before him and as board chairman one ma for one I mean obiano record bakasa asasa
sa
mukro Ghana water me record da ho mukro ECG record da ho yemfa ya no nka but za nyimpa di hu desen enyitua mboja atmasa
pacho ai
yenya nti de yenua kura woye no oye one candidate ono nso abainman appointment woye the deputy managing director 95.5 Ghana Reinsurance. Minim so the one who announced the war resign or was minim. But yanyan and say that a one of question. So question one so the one or question yenya baby saying that winning before I hen or mama from with you. Say war resign so your baby said there. Answer no resign and confine no more phone with you.
All right.
But myself.
Pacho ai
Oh yeah, what's so University UEW ya pede ye bi se bi o so de afenia NDC babem NDC youth ahen na NDC mpemfreti hon anyim ma wetu one for UEW there was one by lecturers one by your friend and staff members 5.5 ya pede ye bi se de NDC bay afini NDC youth ahen na unwetu one negotiate with UEW or there aban emon scholarship Mr. Speaker, we confronted the missing millions. The IMF published a report and flagged a 240 million losses through the third quarter 2025 from gold for reserves program. These were not hypothetical risk. These were realized losses, lost to trading shortfalls and questionable fees. This sum is not an abstraction. It is classrooms never built, hospital equipment never procured, farm input never graded. It is the future of our nation sacrificed on the altar of opaque and reckless financial engineering. But this situation did not end with the missing money. It escalated to vanishing gold itself. Official Bank of Ghana data confirms a collapse to so severe that it defies belief. Our gold reserves, which stood at 37.1 tons in September 2025, plunged by nearly 50% to near 18.6 tons by December. In just 3 months, we witnessed the utter evaporation of prior gains, financial phantom event that has left our national balance sheet dangerously exposed. The connection between these two catastrophes is not incidental. It is a causal and speaks to profound moral failure. On one hand, this government has proven utterly incompetent in combating the scourge of illegal mining. Galamsey prevention and the fight against Galamsey has been abandoned. It has allowed Galamsey to flourish unchecked, devastating our forests, poisoning our rivers, and destroying the livelihood of our farmers. And for what purpose? The evidence suggests a desperate, cynical strategy to source gold from these very destructive channels in a frantic bid to prop up Ghana city through these reserve programs. Mr. Speaker, we the minority state without equivocation that this is a policy of national self-sabotage. I repeat, the gold reserve policy that government has introduced, to the extent that government is not taking steps to ensure full enforcement of anti-Galamsey operations, we say for the record that it's a policy of national self-sabotage. We are monetizing the destruction of our environment and the theft of our future to feed failing financial scheme. And as the data now proves, that scheme itself has backfired catastrophically. The gold bought at such great costs to our environment has seemingly vanished, and the money allocated to secure it has evaporated. When gold is turned to ghosts, the ghost that haunts the poor is hunger. When reserves disappear in millions and they vanish, and we are told that they are rather diversifying, the trust of the people dissolves into dust. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, this House has a solemn and non-negotiable duty. We must insist on full, transparent, and immediate accounting. And we thank Mr. Speaker for admitting the motion by the minority to get into this matter. We must demand answers to the questions the nation is asking. Who designed this flawed program? Who authorized the pricing and the fee structure that led to such losses? Who profited from these transactions? And ultimately, who bears responsibility for this double disaster of missing millions and vanishing gold? But as minority, we have some solutions for government. If indeed government believes that this is a policy worth considering, then it must provide for the cost of enforcing this policy, and this must come to Parliament for the people's representatives to interrogate it. If Parliament does not have the courage to follow the gold, to trace every transaction, to demand every document, then we would have lost far more than the money. We would have surrendered our moral compass and betrayed the sacred trust
placed in us by the people of Ghana.
Mr. Speaker, I just listened to my colleague, the minority leader, speak extensively about the Ghana Gold Board and the loss that is reported to have occurred. Mr. Speaker, what I hear, what is being reported, is that 2.4 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to 214 million United States dollars, may have been lost. Mr. Speaker, they are not asking the question, what has been gained? I am asking the question, what has been gained? Mr. Speaker, the statistics show that in 2024, gold from artisanal small-scale mining sold to the state was 63.6 tons in 2024. In 2025, as a result of the activities of the Gold Board, gold sold to the state from artisanal miners jumped to 103 tons. From 63.6 tons to 103 tons. A jump of 39 tons. Mr. Speaker, the value of 1 ton of gold is 96.5 million United States dollars. The value of 1 ton is 96.5 million United States dollars. So 39 tons added by Gold Board gives us 3.8 billion United States dollars. Mr. Speaker, so if we lost 214 million United States dollars and gained 3.8 billion United States dollars, please do the mathematics. Please do the mathematics. Why will this House waste its precious time interrogating and investigating such a gargantuan gain to the Republic of Ghana? Simple mathematics. This is not Fufusu primary school mathematics. Mr. Speaker, there's nothing to investigate. We should be commending the Ghana Gold Board policy for the enormous gain that this republic has made from the implementation of the policy.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. My respected colleague opposite me made references to me on certain matters. I feel obliged to respond, and I thank you for giving me the space to respond. Mr. Speaker, I think, first of all, he also got his facts wrong. If he argues that that agreement never came back to this House, he's wrong. At least I was a majority leader, so I'm able to put things in the right context. Mr. Speaker, with respect, when the Honorable Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Abu Jinapo, as he then was, appeared before the committee, our friends in the NDC held a press conference to register their opposition to the agreement in its entirety. So it's the reason he asked what has changed. Now, Mr. Speaker, the leader of government business should have called me that respect I always give him. I'm always quiet whenever he's speaking. You know, because I know that I have the content in me, so I don't need to rush. Mr. Speaker, if you prepare to come into this chamber, you fear no evil. Even if I'm given 1 minute, I will speak on the matter that I prepared for. So he should allow me, so that the two of us, can show a good example to our followers. Mr. Speaker, I was a leader of government business. And the attempt to lay the paper, I'm happy the deputy minority leader, Ama Kofi Boa, as he then was, is right here in this chamber. Mr. Speaker, he and his colleagues denied us the opportunity to lay this paper, that they won't allow. In fact, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Kwame Agoja, to quote him, right here, Mr. Speaker, I was here begging him. He said, quote, there will be chaos in this chamber. I have the hands up. Those were his words. That there will be chaos if we attempt to lay it. Today, you have brought this agreement in your own words. In your own words. In your own words. You said the prices have gone down. Mr. Speaker, this agreement in its current state is worse than before. Royalties have lowered. And if the majority leader's only response is that the change is because you are now in majority. So, Mr. Speaker, where is the principle? If yesterday you told the people of Ghana that a particular agreement in its form and shape was not good for the good of the country. Today you say the mere fact that you are in majority, you have numbers, you will bring the same agreement in its worst situation, then because you have super majority, you will pass it. Mr. Speaker, all of a sudden, our friends opposite have forgotten their own principle requiring pre-laying. Mr. Speaker, in the 8th Parliament, our friends introduced a new system of practice called pre-laying. That if there is no pre-laying, we cannot. And they emphasize that important documents must be pre-laid. And pre-laying to them meant that leadership must have the matter deliberated extensively for a consensus to be built before. And Mr. Speaker may recall that on the matters of tax waiver, there's argued strongly that we should do pre-laying, discuss it before we even lay it. Mr. Speaker, that is what they did. But you know, I have told you, and I'll repeat, that thing called posterity. Today, the rules are being interpreted. Honorable Ayariga is introducing new jurisprudence. I will take them. I will not be paying at all. Me, I will not be emotional on it. Whenever I'm arrested, I'll say, yes, sir. But you will be haunted by your own deeds. You told the people of Ghana that the lithium agreement was bad. Today, as at that time, so the same thing. You have not changed anything, no? The same agreement. You have not changed a word. You have brought the same agreement. Mr. Speaker, the agreement that you say it was bad. When it was under Akufo-Addo government, you said the agreement was bad. Today, even when the royalties have been lowered, and the royalties have been lowered, you are bringing it. When prices have gone down, you are now bringing it, claiming that you have super majority. You use your numbers to pass it. Mr. Speaker, we want to be guided by principle. Mr. Speaker, we want to be guided by principle and remind our colleagues that it is only fair.
Ankopon on show bibi o jebre ehadwumadi we do pepe so you know bibi as Ghana politics there musum fuguru about politics obi ani enche obi ani enka bia ene ko fa de montera enso e de brem ena dwumadi no e ma me kwan se memfa obi bia ensi makram.